This is getting pathetic. Now we're doing an addendum to an addendum video. You know, like an update to an update, recapping a recap. That's how bad it's getting. Remember the U-Haul truck in the last video? Well, it hasn't moved. It is still in the same place on the ramp for over a day and a half now. Why? How is this acceptable? So Lux Bistro first takes over a room in the social hall on the house, turns it into a complete storage mess, and now they have a mobile storage facility sitting out on the ramps all day long. And the board just doesn't give a fuck. Otherwise, they would have instructed them to never park that thing on the ramp except for loading and unloading. Is this a surprise to anyone? It's happening because it's allowed to happen, because there's a permission structure for it. Stop this immediately. There is no place for it. It is illegal to park there. That's why we have a no trucks allowed sign. You know, the sign right next to the shabby Lux Bistro sign they promised to take down. Okay, let's zoom out. Maybe I should say 2 shabby Lux Bistro signs. You know, the other one still on the palm tree. Why is the board enabling this behavior? With that said, here's about a 1-minute recap to bring you up to speed, followed by new video. The front ramps by valet. I'm not talking when there are 10 cars parked on it. Anyone notice anything new? A new feature to our ramps every day or most days of the week? You ever wonder why there's U-Haul trucks that show up and sit there for hours on end? In case you don't know, those U-Hauls are under the control of Lux Bistro. Now sure, it's one thing for loading and unloading, and maybe, you know, they need a little more time because they're the vendor here, right? More than the typical 15 minutes, right? Half hour? That would make sense. But it's worse than that. These U-Hauls have been parked there sometimes anywhere from 3 to 6 hours at a time. And that is yet one more problem that should not be tolerated. So either they got the rec board's blessing to do it, or our board, management, and community is so weak to treat us all like a bunch of pushovers. Finally, a taste of our own medicine, because they're playing the same game, which is reality is what you could get away with. So I'm here, Quatermain Breezeway, 4:30 in the morning. Why? I'll tell you why, because there's been the U-Haul issue in the last day as shown in the video, and just to prove live, real time to time, we could use our technology here to show it's 4:26. Okay, 4:26 exactly, live proof of it. So here we go. What do we have sitting here all night long? Despite the video, despite the warnings, here we have the catering and restaurant Lux Bistro parking their U-Haul going on like 18 hours now, okay? This is unacceptable, and there should be immediate action to remedy this. It's just no purpose, no point. It's a fire lane. It's ridiculous. It's pathetic. They should have no right to continue to abuse our property this way. Day in, day out. Day in and day out. Night and day. Day and night. Who knows anymore? Because it won't stop. We used to have this thing around here. It was called normal. Anyone remember that? It's time to bring it back. It's now Monday night past 9 p.m. and that U-Haul truck is still out there. What odds do you give it that it's going to stay out there all night long again? If there's leadership, there's little to no evidence of it. And on that note, wishing everyone a good night.